Hey, what's going on, everyone? Dan the Glass Man here. You're watching the Glass Man's World, and we are about to set up something a little new here. So, I've had this idea for quite a while now on setting up one of these filters, right? We got these replacement filters here. I don't know, last year sometime. I don't even remember when we picked these up. We've had these for a while. We got four of them, as you can see, and there's a 2-pack. These are compatible with the black Berkey replacement elements, as you can see. These are designed to fit directly into the systems, the Berkey water filter systems, and other similar gravity-fed black carbon block filter systems. The capability of these is that each water filter has a life of 3,000 gallons or 6,000 gallons for the pair, guys. So I don't know if you guys see that, but that's really amazing. And right now, with everything that's going on in the world, you know, it is quite possible that there could be some sort of a cyber attack, an EMP, some sort of solar flare. You know, things are happening right now in this world, and so it's time for us to get prepared. So we basically, um, I was gonna build a whole entire system. I was gonna actually get some of uh, these gallons here, the 5 gallon buckets, and I was gonna cut one in the top here, put some holes down on the bottom, you know, just right there. Put the holes, have 4 holes right there, and put our filters in. I knew that we needed like I think it was like 7/16 hole or something like that. And it was real simple. You just have a hole here and then you put your filters directly in. No biggie. And I was going to stack these on top somehow, and I was going to figure out how they were going to secure without wobbling or whatever on each other. And that was going to be the hard part, was trying to figure out how to secure these on top of each other. And then I was thinking, okay, well, they have the stainless steel pots and pans that we could probably find some stackable pots and pans, right? But that was going to cost a lot of money because stainless steel is not cheap. So the other day, we went over to a place called Savers here. It's a local thrift store here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And I just so happened to notice that they had this Berkey system. Now, they had 2 pieces there. They had this one on one aisle, and they had the one on top here in another aisle. And I don't think they realized that they went together. And so I stacked them up, and I was like, well, there's no lid, but I figured out that we could just put anything on top just to, you know, keep debris, keep dirt out of it. And, uh, and then we can just simply pour water directly into it, you know. So then we can take a bucket like this here with a handle, good handle, fill it up from the tap. So these filters, you know, they claim to filter out all kinds of things, guys. Let's see what it says. Contaminants reduced, right here. Let's read this. Sorry about that. So contaminants reduced, right? And I'm going to do the best I can to pronounce these words, but I'm not going to be able to. So, triholomethanes, bromodichloromethane, bromoform, chloroform, dibromochloromethane. Um, then there's inorganic minerals. We've got chloramine, chloride, chlorine residue, total residue chlorine, and free chlorine. Heavy metals removes aluminum, antimony, barium, cadmium, cobalt, chromium, copper, iron, lead, mercury, molybdenum, I don't even know what that is, nickel, vanadium, and zinc. Also reduces arsenic, manganese, MBAS, PCB, petroleum products, gasoline, diesel, crude oil, kerosene, mineral spirits, selenium, thallium, rust, silt, sediment, turbidity, foul taste, and odors. So check that out, guys. This is they basically say that you can put pond water in these filters and you're good to go. And I've also seen them put red wine, I believe, in these filters, and it turned clear. I don't know if it tasted like white grape juice or what, alcoholic grape juice. I don't know. I've seen them put Coca-Cola in it, and it turns clear. It's really interesting. So I think I've seen it, unless those were the zero water. Zero water is an amazing filtration system too. I am not, I'm not sponsored by Berkey. I don't have any preference. We actually purchased these filters as they are Berkey compatible. They're compatible. These aren't even the true Berkey filters because I've actually heard that Berkey won't do a third party testing. They basically claim their own claims with the water, but they don't take it to third party testing. So we don't know if what their filters is doing is actually what it's doing. These ones here, I believe they came from AquaCrest. And AquaCrest is known, and you know what's interesting is that there's no AquaCrest, no like logo or anything on here at all. So I don't know if these are actually AquaCrest at all. We ordered them online. I hope they're AquaCrest, but they don't say AquaCrest. But we ordered from AquaCrest because they have some of the best um, reverse osmosis system, the ROS systems. And so the reverse osmosis systems are supposedly really, really, really good. So this water here, we have basically poured the water out. And let me see if I can do this here. Maybe I can use this chair. Let me set this up right here. I don't know if that's low enough. No, not low enough. Oh, but look at that. Let's see if I can get to this here. I got this stool underneath here. Let me see if I can use this stool. And we're gonna set up the jug right below here on the floor. Yeah, that should be perfect. Look at that. Yes. Nice. Okay. So we're setting up the jug here on the floor. Just like that. And I'm just going to pour this water out. So what I've done is I've taken the filters and I don't know if you noticed, some people are like, uh-oh, he did it wrong. He set it up wrong. Those filters are supposed to be up on the top. But when you get the filters brand new, you're supposed to actually run the water through. What I've seen is you run the water through these holes to push all the sediment and all that gunk and everything out this way and let them soak in water. So right now they're basically soaking in water. Could probably use more water so we could fill this all the way up to the top. So I'm going to go get some water real quick. We're going to fill this all the way up, and then we're just going to cycle water through the system and through the filters so we can get them. Basically, we're priming the filters. So that's what we're doing right now, guys. So give me a moment, and we'll be right back. It's too bad I can't bring the sink all the way over there. Ooh, cool, baby. No, not that yet. Keep on going, take your time. Sorry, it might have blocked your way walking through there. So I had to pull that chair out.
Ooh, it's gonna be so pretty. Look at. We gotta figure out how the light works.
We can use tap water now. Whoa. That's what I love. I don't have to go to the water place anymore. I don't have to go get water anymore. Oh my gosh. What a change. All right, guys. So I just went and got some more water in this jug here. So we got not too much. We just got like 2 gallons probably. So I'm going to pour this in the top. So basically we got this real simple, it's a Ziploc plate. It matches the color. I was like, hey, that works, right? So we got that little plate there. And what's cool is it's got a little like flap here. So it's like a little handle. So I like that. It's cool. That'll work. Apparently there is a fabric top, which, you know, they didn't have these together. They probably didn't even know what the fabric top is. I bet you they put that fabric top in like the hats. They're selling it as a hat or something. So basically you can pour pond water or any kind of water in here. This is tap water. When I poured the tap water into here, I could smell the chlorine. Like it smells like a swimming pool to me. Now, I don't know if you guys can smell that or not, but I always smell that, and I don't like it. It's gross to be able to smell chlorine in your tap water, and people drink that. You know, I try to teach my 11-year-old to stop drinking tap water and to make sure you have filters like this, you know. Maybe I'll still try to build one, and we can set that up to have one at their home as well. And then they can run tap water directly in the system. Let it filter through. So usually the filters are in top. Right now we're running this water through, allowing that water to filter into here, and then we're just going to pour the water out and collect it, and we'll just keep on running it through. Eventually we'll let it all pour out, and then we'll install the filters properly. It says to soak them for 30 minutes, but I figure if we're running water opposite all the way through this way, that's going to push all of the sediment and all the carbon and all that stuff out. So let's see how well this spigot works. Cool. So we'll just let that pour into here. Now one other thing that we did have to do, this piece right here, somehow, I don't know if they put a candle under here or what they did. Or maybe a pan. They had a hot pan. But something melted this, pushed it back, and it had a leak. I ended up getting our little torch, heating it up, getting a piece of glass, a little glass jar, and pushing it directly on the end. Like, I'm not going to lie, it was a nice little glass dab jar for some concentrate, and it was the perfect diameter for that size. It was perfect. So I just held it from the inside, heated it up on the outside, pushed it flat, did the best I can. It still has a tiny bit of a leak, and that's why I got the plate under here. So now we got this dark plate which matches this as well. We got a lid that matches the whole thing, so this whole thing is nice. So now we're just going to let it pour through, as you can see. Oh, we don't want to, actually, we want to let that water, we want to let these fill up. So we'll just pour that water back in. We're just going to continue cycling the water all the way through. We're going to allow this water to just fill all the way up to here. Once it reaches the top, we'll pour it back out. That way we can prime these filters and get them ready. And it says to do this for 30 minutes, but I figure if we do this at least for a good 15 minutes, and I've already had them soaking for a minute while I was waiting to go live. All right, that's all the water back in the system. So now that system's pretty much full. So I'm really stoked, guys. So now, what this means, I've been having to go use this red cart here on the side of the refrigerator. I call it the refrigerator. Everyone calls it a fridge, right? And so we've been getting this cart here, having to take our 5-gallon jugs, which are the square ones. They stack up real nice. We have 2 of those that we use. So we normally have 10 gallons of water that we go through probably once a week. So every other day we go through the 5 gallons of water, and then I have to make a trip to the store and fill it up again. So then we can fill up our Nikin water filtration system, and that's right behind me here. So let me turn this real quick, and you can see. So right back here we have the Nikin water filtration. It has the water softener filter up top, and then it has coral rocks on the bottom, and we're missing there's supposed to be a charcoal filter and other things there. Also, I was thinking, it'd be really cool is if I could figure out how to just put the top Berkey with the filters directly on top of this somehow, rig this up, and then we just have the Berkey filter going directly into the Nikin Pi Mag. This is a Pi Mag filtration little nozzle here, and I'll probably purchase one of these for the Berkey system as well, unless I outfit it the way I was just saying. And maybe there's a way that I can just figure out how to put another system on top of this one and build it up with the Berkey filters. So that's another idea. And also, let me show you this since we're just waiting for this to filter through. So I came up with this cool little contraption. So this is a zero water. So like I said, I'm not sponsored by any of these people. I love the Berkey water filters and what they say they can do. The zero water, I've seen these actually pull out the red dye 40 from drinks, sodas, juice, all kinds of stuff, wine. And then the Nikin Pi Mag filtration, we've had that forever. My wife used to be a sales rep for Nikin, and so we're not. I'm not partial to anyone as long as they are filtering our water and making our tap water taste good. That's all I care about. So I outfitted this zero water with a just a drinking bottle, and I cut the bottom off. It's got the silicone that holds the bottom, and I cut off the bottom, so now we can just take that off and put it right there, and it's a quick little lid. And when I wasn't able to get water for a while, like anytime it's snowing or it's too wet and rainy and we're out of water and I can't make it to the store to get more water, then we can use the tap water through the zero water filter. The only thing is we ran it for a little while and we started noticing a taste again. So I don't know if it's already to that zero point 0.6 pH level or whatever it says. Like once you reach to like a 6 or a 0.6 pH level, then you change the filter out again. And I believe they're like $30. So those are pretty expensive. These here, and I don't know how much water those can filter. These are regulated to 3,000 gallons each. So we got 6,000 gallons. If you do the math, guys, 1 gallon of water per person. We have a household of 4, right? So that's 4 gallons of water per day. And, we got a 4-year-old that ain't going to drink a whole gallon of water. So we could even claim 3, But let's just say 4 gallons, just to be safe. Let's make sure everyone's got their own gallon of water. 4 gallons a day, right? 7 days a week. So that's 4 times 7, that's 28, right? So you got 28 gallons times 4. That's close to 100. What is that? 100 and what? Thank you. Is it 110? My 4-year-old just shouted out 110. So close to like 110 gallons a month times 12, right? That is only like 1,200, 1,300 gallons of water. So if we're only doing 1 gallon of water a day, and with that much amount every month for the whole year, that's only like 1,300 gallons of water. This is 3,000. So that means that for for 2 years, this is good. So that means this whole system now should be good for the next 4 years, guys. At least 4 years. And then we have another setup here. So we're good for 8 years of water right now. 8 to 10 years of water is what they claim to be. If this is actually, uh-oh. We got a mess. I forgot. We were supposed to be watching where this is pouring. And we let it get up to the top, to the seal there. But we want those to kind of soak in. But that's all right. We got our Norwex cloth here. Let me get a sponge actually.
What are you making a mess of?
I'm making big messes.
Big messes.
It's just water though.
I know.
I start hearing something pouring. I'm like, oh no, the leak is busted. I'm like, oh wait, that's not the leak. It's coming up from the top. All right. Well, that was our towel drying rag. Let me get the Enviro cloth here. So Norwex, guys, it always comes in handy. I highly recommend it. You guys definitely need to get yourself some Norwex. It works like a charm. It's better than using a whole bunch of paper towels and wasting a bunch of the trees and all that. You know, guys, let's be conscious-minded and environmentalist here and actually care about the planet and do what we can. You know, even the little things like just purchasing a $20 rag here that you can use for 2 years. It's got a warranty, comes with it. 2 years. All you need is water. And now this has basically been wiped. Like, you know how everyone's been using those Clorox wipes and all those nasty things? And they're supposed to be using gloves when they use them. And they're just putting all the chemicals on their table and they're smearing it everywhere. And it's supposed to remove 99.9% bacteria. Well, this here alone removes 99.9% bacteria with just water alone. The Enviro cloth. This is what you need. This is all you really need. Just the Enviro cloth. But we have all kinds of stuff. We got the kitchen towels, and we got the sponges, and we got the bath towels, and we got all kinds of stuff. All right, let's keep track of this and not make a mess again. Nice. So what I'm doing is I'm keeping this water level. You see it's right here. If it goes above this, then it starts pouring out the end. That's what happened right there. The water started coming out through the side. I was like, what is happening? There's a leak somewhere. Like, oh yeah, I overfilled it. So, you cannot overfill these. You want to make sure that you only fill this up to the, whatever you fill into the top, this is going to have space removed because you're going to have your filters up here. The bottom is basically the same size as the top. So there's no way that you can overfill the top because there's space taken away with the filters. So as much water as you can fill in here, you're going to have a little bit of space down there. Unless you have they do have these white filters that take out the fluoride, and we don't have those. And those actually are installed upside down, which is an interesting thing. So, so maybe with those, you'd have a little bit of water, you know, a little bit of extra water in there in the bottom. Okay, let's see. Where are we at? We're almost there to the top again. I'm just trying to keep these soaked. That's all we're doing. We're just trying to keep those soaked, guys. Which ones? Your golden sparkly ones?
Yeah.
Aren't they just in the corner over there?
No.
Oh, they're in the bedroom? Sorry, my wife's about to go, guys, and so she's just trying to figure out where her shoes are. All right. So a good thing I put this plate down here to capture any excess water and stuff like that. Also, being that I had to remelt this or whatever I did this morning to get that to work, I think there might be a slight leak. So we'll see. We'll see if it works or not. We'll see if I need to just build an actual whole entire system or not. But this is cool. We got AquaCrest, we got Zero Water, we got the Berkey filter, and we got Nikin. All in one video, guys. We love water. Water's life. Every drop counts. As you guys know, I'm an Aquarian. I am the water bearer, the one who has gifted out water drops to so many water protectors from all over the world, to thank them for protecting Creator's water. All right, so these are pretty much just soaked. They're pretty much soaked in the water there. And I just want to make sure that we don't have too much water being spilt down here. I do see that there's a little bit of water on the floor. Uh-oh, no spilling here. Hopefully not. Oh, that feels dry. Got a little bit of water on the floor. So we just use that same Enviro cloth to clean it up. And then you just wring this out in the sink. You just, rub it against itself, wring it out, and then hang it to dry, and it's ready to go again. And wash it like once a week, and you're good to go. So we're just watching this water. I think now after we do this last one here, and you know what people were saying? I had friends that are saying go with the 4 filter system. A 4 filter system. Right now we've got, what did I say? Like 4 years worth of water. So a 4 system, if I installed 2 more holes, drilled 2 more holes in there and installed the other pack, then we'd be just set up for 8 years. But I figure, we'll just do 2 at a time. We'll keep those brand new and we'll start brand new again. Another thing too that I've heard is if you run clean water through these, you're really getting rid of a lot of the contaminants. So we could actually run our water through our Nikin and then run it through here, or vice versa, run it through here, then run it through the Nikin, and be extremely filtered with our water now. So I'm really stoked that I found this, guys. It's going to save me a lot of time on the build, but at the same time, I think I still want to do a build just to show you guys a DIY project on how you guys can build your own system and just purchase the filters. We got these, I think a 4-pack from AquaCrest. They were on sale last year before, they went up in price a lot. But before that, I think they were under $100, $120 maybe at the most for a 4-pack of the AquaCrest filters right there. So we're almost there, guys, at the point where I need to drain it again. But people were saying to add the 4 filters into it as well. That way the water trickles and filters quickly. We're used to waiting for the Nikin, and the Nikin, that white filter, the white softener filter, those things take a while to drip through. It's like, 1 drip at a time. So we're used to a slow drip. That the Berkey is going to be way quicker than what we've been used to. All right, we're going to pour this out again, guys. And I think at this point, maybe we're just going to drain it out, and then we're going to actually set up these filters. I think we've been doing this on the video for 30 minutes now. They said to at least filter it and soak them for at least 30 minutes. So I think we're good to go, guys. So we're going to drain all this water out into the 5-gallon bucket. This whole system should only hold about 4 gallons, so I don't think we're going to overfill the 5-gallon bucket here. So you can see, and then We can also just do this like this, you know, and have a bucket right below to pour the water right into. And then that's good, clean drinking water. And we can then fill up a whole bunch of these buckets and be ready to go. Like then that water's good to drink. It's been filtered and ready. And we've got several of these. There's one, you can see there's one up there. I've got two more in the back room. We have this one back here. So we can actually fill these up with good, clean drinking water. And when we're set up for different events, this is the Berkey Light. That means that it's travel size. It's compact and it's travel size. I mean, you can take this on to go with you guys. So I could actually take this system. We can fill it up with tap water from any location that's nearby, and we can give free clean drinking water to those in need right on the spot, guys. At any event that we do with the drop of water, or you know, selling Norwex, or doing the gift and card, or selling Gardenia glass, whatever we're doing, we can then have clean drinking water that we can give to people. You know, there's an event called Ciclovia where they do a bicycling event. They block off the road so people can just like play in the street, ride their bikes through. They do chalk and different games, have vendors, all kinds of things. And we've set up at those events in the past, and this would be something that I would love to have for the people who are riding their bikes and going through to the different locations all around the city of Albuquerque, because there's different places that they have it, or different, I don't know, they like map out a trek for you to ride on your bike. So it's really cool, you know, and now we get to be giving clean drinking water to those that are in need through the system. Real easy. So for $15, I invested in this, and then I don't remember if it was $80 or 120. So let's just call it 130, because I don't think it was 120. I don't think we spent that much. So let's just call it 130 bucks. We got ourselves a Berkey system. These things run $300, guys. So for let's call it 150. Let's just half price. We were able to get this system, and I'm stoked. So we're just letting this drip through a little bit more. As you can see, it's still dripping, but that's a quick drip, you know. And then we got two filters, so it's like drip, 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 drip. Like that's a lot of water coming through. And when you have more water on top, it drips a lot quicker. All right, so I'm going to, oh yeah, these things clip together, I forgot. All right, trying to be cautious with the filters. Don't want to mess them up in any way. Just going to pour that into there real quick. All right. And now I'm going to take these filters off right here. So it has a screw on the inside. You know, one thing that I should have done was check to see if I'm installing these right, and I do believe I'm doing it right. I believe the grommet should be where the nut is, or the screw here, the wing nut, in order to then have a nice tight seal. So I do believe I'm doing that correctly. So let's just take these off now. We're going to install them properly. So for those of you who thought that I had done this wrong or whatever,
Let me tell you about this.
let me just show you. This is now the proper way to install it. So we just primed the filters, and now we're going to dump all that water out actually. Should we? We can get rid of all this water, I guess.
All that top water.
Yeah, all this tap water. So while that's dripping here, we're going to install these in. So now we'll put the I do believe that you want to have your grommet where the water is in order to make, so on that side, and then make it nice and tight with that. So the rubber should be right where in the water is what I imagine. I'm assuming. You're usually not good to make assumptions. And then you just put that wing nut on and you tighten that nicely right there like that. And you know, it's just plastic, so you can only hand tighten these. And we'll get the other one here. And I'm just going to set that right on top for a minute. Put the rubber grommet in. Alright, and then put this right into the hole just like that. And then I'm just going to set that on the table to hold the weight. We'll tighten this with the little plastic wing nut. And you can't over tighten. I mean, if you over tighten it, you're going to snap it and break it. So make sure you don't do that. And that's done. And that's a quick installation right there. And then you just put this directly on top, right there. And then there's what I noticed here just a moment ago is it's got these little grooves right there. So that's supposed to snap in just like that. And then it's snapped into place. So now that's not going to slip off or go anywhere. Here, let's see if I can get all this water out, or as much as possible. I'll hold this just in case. I don't know how much weight that could actually hold. I'll try to get rid of all that water out because that's got all the sediment and stuff. What's interesting is I pushed it all out. That's a lot of water. I don't really want to waste that water, but I'm thinking maybe we start brand new with tap water. But then again, it's supposed to take out all the contaminants, right? It's supposed to do that job. So maybe what we'll do is on this first filter, I'm like, are we going to do a taste test? That's the other thing, is we should grab a glass of water from the tap, which yuck, I hate drinking tap water, but every once in a while you got to. I mean, you don't have to. You can always say no to tap water. But sometimes when you're really, really, really thirsty, you may need some. Alright, I'm going to put this towel down right here. This is our Norwex textured kitchen towel. So just put that right here so I can pour this water in, I suppose. There we go. I'll clean up this whole mess here. Now we can start from scratch. Everything nice and dry. Just get the Norwex here. Just like that, see? Using the same cloth, it's so super absorbent that it's still drying things even though it's, I haven't wrung it out or anything yet. Alright, now, you getting ready to go?
I'm going to check the mail, and she should be here in about 10 minutes. Just
Okay. Okay, so now we'll put that on the plate. Make sure it's all dry here. I don't know if this is where we're going to keep it. I didn't even think about that, where we're going to actually keep this. Because our cats hang out on top of the fridge here, and if I keep it too close, they're going to use it as a stepping stone. So maybe I'm going to have to move some space over here on the side of the table or somewhere else. But for now, let's continue going with what we're doing. And, if there is any sediment that came out from this Here, we'll just set this up like this. Actually, we'll just leave it right there. I can always move it around later. And so, you know, we just ran the filters, ran all that water through the filters, right? And this is that filtered water, you know, or the water that went through. So this should have sediment in there. I can imagine, I would imagine that it's got sediment. I'm going to do a quick cleaning up here to make sure that this wood doesn't get too waterlogged and stained. We've got a little bit of water on the floor here. I guess it poured out off the side. Okay. So now I'm going to pour this 5-gallon into the top here. And this is where we then test out the water. I'm hoping that all the sediment and everything that's in here is settled and we're not going to be pouring a lot of it back in, but it should be able to handle that. Being that we ran that through, whatever, it should be okay. It's what the filter should now work and be primed and ready to go. So let's see how well this works, guys. I'll pour this in. And we'll fill this up all the way to the top. That way we can see just how much water gets put into the bottom of it there. Oh, you know what? I didn't even empty out the whole entire bottom. So there still may be sediment in the bottom of that one there. Dang it. Alright, well. There may be sediment. Now that I think about it, because what I just did. Okay, let's just get this all dried up and good. Alright, so now we got that bottle ready to go. Dang. They're saying to use 4 of them so it filters quicker. Look at how quick that filters.
Oh my.
That's so much quicker than the Nikan. The Nikan's drip, drip, drip,
Yeah.
drip, drip,
Well,
drip,
there's a reason
drip.
for that because it's a slow.
Yeah, well, I do understand that the drip creates the natural living water to make it itol or bring it back to life. But also, this is a cascading waterfall, and that also does that as well. It also is aerating it by creating oxygen and bubbling as well. So this should taste really good. You know what would be awesome is to put the coral rocks, get some more from Nikan and put them on the bottom of this and have it coral mineral rocks on the bottom too.
Coral mineral rocks. Okay, that is better.
You know the rocks that are in this one here?
Yeah.
We can put those ones into there too. We get another set. We could buy more. So you see how fast it's pouring? Yeah. Careful, careful, careful. You just knocked over my camera. All right. So, I don't know. People are saying that we need to put 4 of them to have quicker water. Like, that looks good. That is really amazing how fast that's going. Okay.
Let's use some of that water, Dada.
Okay, this. I'm going to clean out this cup real quick.
No, I'm going to use my cup. I'm going to use Got some tap water in there?
Yeah. You know about tap water?
Yeah.
Okay. So I poured some tap water into this glass.
It's doing a
And let me just show you. It looks like kind of cloudy when I poured it in. It's starting to settle now. I don't know if you can see that. There's like little bubbles.
Yeah. I still bad want to pop those bubbles.
Yeah, so that's tap water. We don't usually drink tap water. All right, and then here is the Berkey filtered water. Don't press it. Okay. So, we're going to do a taste test now, guys, on this. This is going to be interesting. So first, tap water. Already, I can smell the chlorine in it.
Yeah.
Like, you can smell that. I don't smell anything in there. Also, that came out really clear. That water still looks a little bit cloudy to me. I should have used glasses so you could see the difference. I could easily do that again. We can just pour this water in. Here. We'll do that again. I'm going to get tap water in clear glasses. And that way you can see a lot more of what I was talking about with that cloudiness. And even just walking from the tap over here, you're still going to see it. All right. And then this is how we clean. The same cloth, guys. And bam, that's now done. And then if this wasn't so soaked, maybe there's a dry spot. Oh, look, there is a dry spot. And you just take your Norwex texture towel. And now they're washed and dried. All ready to go. And yeah, they were just water. But you can clean this. You can clean any dish just like that. All right, let's watch this filter down. I'm going to go get some glasses now. Okay, here comes the tap water. We just put this right here, and you can see what I'm talking about with that cloudiness, right? That's our tap water, guys. That is gross. I don't even want to drink that. And then, Berkey. Straight up tap water, going through the filter, and pouring out just like that. Look at that, side-by-side comparison. Look at that. Look at that tap water. It's still, like, people drink that. They wait for things to settle, or they wait for, they're like, oh, it's just oxygenated, or whatever. Look at that. Do you see? This is what we're talking about. Don't drink tap water. It's calciumating your pineal gland. It's making you guys not as wise and smart and brilliant as you can be. And it's really hurting you and your health. You know, it's creating stuff in your kidneys and your liver and your bladder. You know, it's creating issues with urinary tract infections and different things. It creates a lot of havoc, and that's why I really don't want to drink this. But I want to show you guys, or at least, like, you know, be live with it and let you know. I mean, I've drinking tap water before. My whole life we drink out of hoses and things, right? So let's take this water here, right? And let's take this one too. We'll hold them both at the same time. I don't know if you can still see it. Still cloudy a little bit, right? You can smell that chlorine. No smell. No smell. All right. And try this nasty water here. Ew. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. Let me make sure. Okay. All right. Cheers. You can taste stuff in there. Yeah. Mmm. That is so good. That's so much better. Mmm. That's good drinking water, guys. So this tap water, we're just going to put this directly back in there. Just like that. We'll let that filter through, guys. Don't drink tap water. I only took a couple sips. You know, it's like what they did when they went into East Palestine. They're like, oh yeah, we'll take a little sip here and there. And I'm sure after that, they like went and took all kinds of meds to like clean their systems out. But wow. Okay, so the Berkey, it's creating bubbles there, guys. It is creating living water right there. By bubbling it up like that, it is creating, it's churning up the water. It's like a waterfall. That's beautiful. Yeah, and this is good. You want to try it?
Ooh.
You? Mama?
Ah!
This is the Berkey water.
You? I didn't taste it. I didn't taste it. Can I taste it? Can I taste it? Can I taste it?
It's fine again. It doesn't taste like tap water, right?
Yeah, that's true. It doesn't have that.
This is tap water.
That's good.
We're drinking tap water right here. Keep that in mind. You're like, yeah, that's okay. It's not Nikin. So, okay, so she said, yeah, that's good. I'm like, well, remember, this is tap water. It's like, oh, yeah. It can't taste any of those chemicals or any of that stuff. All right, so now we'll put our little lid here, Ziploc. And just Ziploc it just like that. Ta-da! So this is the one thing that concerns me is the kitty cats jumping on top of here and then trying to get water from the top. Other than that, this is looking great, guys. I appreciate you guys tuning in and watching, joining me here. I don't know if anyone is actually here or not. I don't know if we even set up any live chat or anything going on. But this is our new water filtration. I no longer have to go get water. We can run the water through here, and then we can even run it through the Nikin. So that makes our Nikin filtration even better. So this is awesome, guys. I'm stoked. I don't mind having to filter it through 2 filters in order to get the Pi Mag filtration with the calcium coral rocks in there. So this is our first level, tap to here, and then we go from here into the Nikin. That's awesome. So now I'll just be filling this up here. And, oh yeah, we need to get rid of the rest of that water. So I might as well just let this pour out, empty out, and we'll fill up this one, and we'll pour that one into the Nikin. Cool. We got a whole different system. I'm stoked because this is going to save me so much time and energy on having to take a bus with this cart to roll one 5-gallon at a time, because that cart, the wheels, can't handle the weight of 10 gallons of water. I wish I could do 2 at a time. So this is going to really save us here. And we don't know what's going on. We don't know if there's any kind of events or anything that are planned or anything that might happen on Christmas Day or on winter solstice or any time between now and then. There's a meteor storm going on. They say that we're going to be able to see like green meteors in the sky and meteorites and things like that. So pay attention to all that stuff going on. Do your best to make sure that you can always get clean drinking water for all people in your home. And like I said, we got enough water here now for 4 years, guys, before we even have to change out that filter. So what is it? It's right at December of 2023. By 2027, we'll be replacing our filters. 2027, guys. That's crazy. Maybe we'll set up another one. Maybe we'll have more water, and then we'll just start dispersing good, clean drinking water if people are in need. All right. I'm going to let y'all go. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching me set this up.
Now press
the
that
Berkey water
button.
filter, it does work. And yeah, I'll let you close it out. So hold on. Make sure that if you like this video, hit that like button. And what else?
Click the side button.
And click the subscribe button. All right, hit that bell button, guys. All right, we'll see you soon. Love and blessings. Water's life. Every drop counts.
I